Alex this one.
So hey guys, I ended up getting a new smartwatch. Let me tell you why I got one. But first, some basic specs. So with being at home in the new normal, I needed a watch that had a fitness tracker, a heart rate monitor, blood pressure, and that I could take on my walks and keep track of my steps and calories. So yeah, I bought this watch for the health functionality, and at $30 it was a pretty reasonable price. So let's look inside the box. I ordered the leather band, but there's a good number of other choices. So basically the only other thing in the box was the USB proprietary charging cable, which I really hate when they do that, because if I lose this, then I have no way of being able to charge this particular model. So one thing that really surprised me was how quality the watch bands were. The leather bands look really premium, and the actual watch case looks well manufactured. It doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't look cheap. Most people would probably think you paid a lot of money for this watch. It's kind of on par with some of the Fossil watches that I've seen in the $200 range as far as the feel and look of the watch. Although you don't have Android Wear as the operating system, it's a proprietary operating system developed most likely in China for these types of smartwatches, and you do get an app for your smartphone that keeps track of all your fitness settings, so that you can go on your smartphone and have a record of what's happened. Now, it did take a little bit of fiddling around to get used to some of the functions on the watch, because the instructions were just not that clear. I was actually surprised by the number of pre-installed watch faces that came with the watch. As there is no marketplace, most users will be satisfied with the ones that have been pre-installed, and I think that there's such a nice variety that I was not disappointed in the number of watch faces and the look. As I mentioned, there is no marketplace to download new apps. Whatever's built into the watch is what you get, but considering that I'm only using this watch for fitness, it has everything I need: the step counter, the heart rate monitor, the blood pressure monitor. It's just perfect for my usage, and at $30 I'm not expecting more than that. I also noticed when I compared it side by side to my Helgray watch that the two watches were about the same size, although the Helgray is a little bit heavier because it is a traditional watch. Considering that I've made my Helgray my daily driver and it's the watch that I use almost every day now, going from that watch to this watch is a big difference. I like the traditional look of my Helgray, but with this particular watch, I can see myself using it more often, and because of all the different watch faces, it will match whatever mood I might be in, and I think that I'm going to like using this watch a little bit more than some of the other smartwatches I've had in the past. My previous smartwatch was a Pebble Time 2, had that watch for about 3 years, and it was actually one of the best watches I've ever owned. But I just found that getting all the notifications was really distracting, and I also like traditional watches, and this is why this channel exists, to talk about watches, compare the different technologies. So there are going to be times when you need a smartwatch, especially if you're into fitness and you want to keep track of what you're doing. You can't do that with a traditional watch. They don't have all the apps, they don't have all the things that you would have in these new smartwatches. So this is where this niche plays in. So if you are looking for a smartwatch for $30, you can't go wrong with this particular model. It ships from China, you can find them online, there's different vendors that sell them online. So take a look, try to find a good price point, but $30 is the average for this particular model, and you can't go wrong with this particular watch. Now, if you like talking watches and this is your thing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video goes up, and we'll talk watches another day. Have a good one, guys.